Welcome back on our special program, The Hidden Truth, which is going to be telecast on Friday and then many times over the weekend. Times Now will be turning back the clock to the Samba spy scandal of 1979, when more than 50 Indian soldiers were accused of being Pakistani spies. They were tried, they were punished, and then they were exonerated by a high court. But 3 decades on, their fight is still far from over. Here's a preview of the Hidden Truth series.
So this is your confession, I was told. Now you start writing. How many people whom you took across, how you took across. So it was very easy. Post Kandral, name somebody, iska naam likho, okay. So this so-called confession, it ran on to something like 270 pages. Every morning they will ask me to write one story.
Guilt or duress?
Tough time in the jail also, because a spy, a traitor, even somebody pickpocketers would look down upon me with a hatred and sort of thing.
Repent of social ostracism. More than 30 years later, Captain Rana and Captain Rathore, two of the prime accused in the Samba spy scandal of the Indian Army, can hardly piece together the missing links.
The story itself is so absurd. Answer can be given by the army itself, why they are doing it, but mostly because they want to save face. See, one day Satyameva Jayate, the truth will prevail.
To drive to the heart of the matter, Times Now contacted the officers who were part of the general court-martial of the 50-odd alleged spies, only to learn a startling revelation.
Let me shock you a little bit of it. As far I am concerned, Captain Rana, Captain Rathore, and those odd people, 50, let me say 48, rest of them, none of them was guilty as far I am concerned.
It's the hidden truth of honor earned and lost. Catch the whole story in our special program at these times, only on Times Now Weekend.
On the show tonight, with me in the studio is Captain Rathore, who is accused in the Samba spy scandal. Thank you very much for joining me on the News Hour.
Thank you.
We hope you get your chance to speak up tonight and on our show. Abhishek Manu Singhvi was then Additional Solicitor General. He comes in his capacity tonight, not as Congress spokesperson, and would like to make a disclaimer on that. Thank you, Dr. Singhvi. Thank you for coming in. Major Rajwani is the ex-judge advocate of the Indian Army. Thank you very much. He was the judge advocate who also tried two self-confessed spies. When he pointed out contradictions, he was threatened and implicated. This really is an absolute can of worms. And Captain Rana was also an accused in the Samba spy scandal, joining us from Nashik tonight. Thank you very much, gentlemen. First, let me ask you, Captain Rathore. 31 years since this case, since the charges were first made on you in what is described as the Indian Army's darkest chapter, have you got back your honor in this case?
You see, we are still struggling for our honor. We partially got it, but again it is stuck halfway through. The army has gone in appeal in the Supreme Court. From there our cases were bifurcated on the question of technicality, that's the maintainability, and sent back. There it was dismissed. We have gone back again to the Supreme Court. So this is the state.
What was the basic charge against you was that you were spying for the Pakistani army?
See, the basic charge, at the time of my arrest, I did not know anything. It was later when they dictated confessional statement and brought the actual charge against me, that you, Captain R.S. Rathore, went to Pakistan post Kandral and supplied ABCDD this information.
Right.
I just want to make clear here that this post Kandral by itself is an Indian piece of ground which speaks everything about this case, about the absurdity of this case, and the information I am supposed to have passed, they are non-existent informations. No inquiry has been conducted ever, no inquiry was ever produced at a time when I was not even present in Samba.
Right. Well, let me get another point of view in. Captain Rana, who is joining us from Nashik tonight. When the charges were first put against you, and this weekend when the show is telecast here on Times Now, the truth will really be uncovered. Was there brutal and inhuman torture? You say there was brutal and inhuman torture that was inflicted on the officers and the men who were falsely implicated on this. Was that the only reason why the confessional statements were made?
Yeah, in fact, hello? Hello? Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah. I say this, the torture was, so far as I am concerned, well, they kept me standing for 7 days and 6 nights, and when nothing came out, and then Captain Rathore was called there, and he was asked to dictate a so-called confession that I had gone with him across the border. Now, I knew him only for the last 48 hours. Is it possible that an officer of the Indian Army, he can be mesmerized by a junior officer within 48 hours to go across the border? Now, coming to the torture part of it, there is one Haldar Ramsroop, whose postmortem report is being withheld for no reason despite court's orders. And this man, he had died with 39 injuries within 3 days of his arrest. So you can imagine what type of torture was being given. Hello?
Abhishek Manu Singhvi, confidential notes internally suggested there is lack of evidence against those who were court-martialed. There are charges of brutal and inhuman torture that was inflicted on these officers, including those who are on the news hour tonight. In retrospect, do you think this whole Samba spy scam, the charges that were made against our own men in uniform, was one big, colossal mistake?
Very quickly, Arnab, just a couple of caveats first. You've already said so, but not only am I not speaking as a spokesperson, but I also never speak in cases where I've been a counsel. Now, this is an exception because I've really forgotten all about the case. It's 12 years ago that I was Additional Solicitor General for India and handled this matter briefly as a government counsel. Beyond that, it has gone up and down the Supreme Court twice thereafter. So please don't think that I am taking any sides or that I am part of the system which is arguing the matter. In answer to your question, I have 2 or 3 points to make. Irrespective of the merits, I think nobody can support the delay in this case. And that really highlights a malaise in our system, a malaise which all actors have to look into and be cognizant of, and I blame as much the judicial system, the people handling it, as much as the government, as much as the private parties who must have taken adjournments. After all, it's been 12 years since I myself was Additional Solicitor General, and that was only in the High Court that this matter happened then. It's gone up to the Supreme Court, back, and now back in the Supreme Court. There have been at least 3 rounds, and we're still on. Number 2, irrespective of the merits again, there is no question of supporting torture of the kind just being described. I think if this is true, and I have no means of saying either way, I'm sure this has to be looked into, but this is reprehensible. I might add that I was the amicus curiae in D.K. Basu, which is the seminal Supreme Court judgment which lays down the guidelines for custodial interrogation and custodial torture, or rather the safeguards against custodial torture. That's the definitive Supreme Court judgment that I have the privilege
may I ask you a pointed question tonight?
laying down the line.
Pointed question.
I cannot possibly support that. One minute
There are
more.
people
The third and the
who are
last
with
point.
you. 1 second.
The last
Singh, I
point,
want to ask you a
Arnab.
pointed.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I was just saying, Arnab, that on your third issue, I can't opine on the merits. I don't know. This will have to, it's too complicated a case. It has to await now a judgment of the Supreme Court. So I think irrespective of the merits is a better stand to take. These 2 points are indefensible. The inordinate delay and the torture.
But tonight we want to know whether on merits a case like this which stands 31 years. There are more than 50 people who have been called spies for the Pakistan army. They are still fighting. You say you don't remember details of the case. Let me go to Major Ajwani. Major Ajwani, tell us the truth. You are the judge advocate in the army. You tried the two self-confessed spies who had pointed fingers at the gentleman who is with me in the studio tonight and also Captain Rana. What did you find out?
Arnab, I would only say one thing about my case. I was a judge advocate and I used to try a lot of cases accused charged with espionage. I only had to see that they get the justice under the Army Act. Now in trying that, I went on the wrong side of the military intelligence and I fell foul of Colonel V.P. Gupta and other officers. When in one case of Major Gelawat, I had a problem with Colonel V.P. Gupta when he was trying to interfere with the course of justice. Thereafter, I tried Om Prakash at Jammu when his confession was set aside as involuntary and they had no evidence to prove the charge. I was approached by no other person but one Major Mr. V.K. Gupta, who later on retired as the Chief Justice of Uttaranchal High Court. He was a prosecution counsel. I asked him why the Sudhir and Jolly have come here as witnesses, they are not cited earlier. He said they have come to prove oral confession. I said, well, let them come. He said they want you to help them in proving the oral confession. I said, I don't do this nonsense. Let them come and let them come in uniform. So they had to go back to Udhampur, that is 65 kilometers away, and they asked for 2 days adjournment. When I went there, my boss Colonel Menon, who is now in Kerala, he said Colonel V.P. Gupta had lost his temper and said, you are also friendly with Major Rana whose credentials are not clear. I said, what have I got to do with Major Rana? He is a friend of mine. He is at Chamba as IO. I have nothing to do with his regular day-to-day life. Anyway, he said, you go back to Jammu immediately and start the trial 1 day earlier. Because they have to go to Delhi, Sudhir and Jolly. They have busted a huge espionage ring and this ring was going to be Samba spy case in which I was going to be consumed after some time. I came back to Jammu, restarted the trial of Om Prakash and oral confession never existed. So I had to give him my advice to the jury against them. And that is what went against me. That's a matter of record. I finished the trial.
You, Major Ajwani.
Boss.
Major Ajwani.
Yeah.
Major Ajwani, sorry, Mr. Major
Yes.
Ajwani, sorry to interrupt that. I'm asking you a simple question tonight so that this entire country knows 31 years later and the two men I'm talking about are also on the screens tonight. Major Ajwani.
I can't hear.
Okay, Major Ajwani. Okay. No, I think Major
Hello.
Ajwani
Yes, yes.
lost the audio link. Major Ajwani, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Major
hear you.
Ajwani.
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
Major Ajwani, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Major Ajwani, my
Hello.
simple question to
Yeah.
you tonight is, on television, tell me that the two men who are with us on the show tonight, Captain Rana and Captain Rathore, as someone who has investigated the case, tell our country tonight, do you believe that either of these two men ever spied for Pakistan?
Now let me tell you frankly, Arnab, hello, hello.
Carry on.
Arnab, can you hear me? Arnab?
We can hear you. Carry on, sir. Carry on. We can hear you.
Okay. Now, so far as I was concerned at that time, I knew only Major Rana. I had never met Rathod in my life till 1986-87. I knew Rana very well. He was a very fine officer and I know him even today, even though he has falsely implicated me under torture, and we are still friends and we continue to be friends. They are innocent, he is innocent, and I am sure, I have no doubt about Rathod also because I have met him and I have dealt with him for the last 15 years. There is no question of his being involved anywhere and I have gone through the whole evidence as a judge advocate.
Mr. Rathod,
Hello.
would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, he is right. I never met Major Ajwani. till 87 or something like this, that in the Supreme Court. Before that I never met. Yet, this is a question that I was also made to involve Major Ajwani, though I have never met him.
Abhishek Manu Singhvi, if this case is true, this is the biggest cover-up, it is the biggest making up of facts, it's vendetta coming out to play. Do you believe, Dr. Singhvi, that the nation owes an explanation to these men who were called spies 50 years back? I'm asking you about the merits of the case.
Oh, absolutely, if it is true. You've prefaced a very big remark with a if. Absolutely, the answer is if what you say is true, then yes. But let me tell you, I don't see any reason why after this long and tortuous path of 30 odd years, all this which we are seeing on your program today, including Mr. Ajwani's statements and all the other things, should be right on top of the Supreme Court arguments. And ultimately, what you or I say on this program as being true or honest or correct or guilty or not guilty is not going to matter. What's going to matter is the Supreme Court judgment on whether the initiation of prosecution was true or not. So I think we should put all this there, and then you'll have to abide by that verdict.
Now, Arnab, I would...
Well, Captain Rana, it's been 31 years. You are still positive that your name will eventually be cleared quickly?
Arnab, I would like to say something.
Captain Rana?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Go ahead,
Hello.
Mr. Ajwani, go ahead.
I would like to say something. You see, they implicated me through Rana after they arrested him and took a statement from him against me. But when the inquiry, that is recording of summary of evidence, started 6 months later, that is in the month of August, and thereafter the trial, they never produced Rana in front of me for cross-examination. They produced Rana, but they will never produce him. Until the trial, they never produced him. They brought him from Delhi to Devlali for my trial, but they never produced him inside the court on the ground that he refused to give false evidence. He refused to give evidence. He is in your custody. Where is the question of his refusing to give evidence? You have to just bring him to the court and let him say whatever he has to say. You don't have to say that he refused to give evidence. Point number 2, this case of mine, Arnab, my court-martial was being directly supervised by the Chief of Army Staff, General O.P. Malhotra. I will give you something which I would like to share with the nation, which nobody knows till today, except me, Colonel V.K.K. Nair and General Malhotra. V.K.K. Nair was the one who was ordered to record summary evidence against me. After he recorded the evidence, he was asked to be a prosecutor in my court-martial. He refused. He said, I can be a prosecutor but not a persecutor. So he refused to do it. He said, we will send you to interrogation cell and lock you up there and interrogate you. He asked for Chief of Army Staff interview. He went to Chief of Army Staff, General Malhotra. General Malhotra said, we have already ordered the court-martial of Ajwani. Please go to Devlali and be my emissary and report to me every day what is happening. He said, sir, don't try Ajwani, he is innocent man, I have recorded evidence. But since the court-martial had been ordered, he moved on temporary duty to Devlali to monitor what is happening and report to him every day on hotline. He told him when Rana was brought from Delhi to Devlali, sir, he has refused to give evidence and don't try him, stop the trial. On that they stopped my trial. They did not produce Rana in the court-martial, stopped my trial and adjourned it sine die. Took Rana to Jammu, where he was examined at Akhnur. So what I am trying to tell you, if my court-martial had to be monitored by Chief of Army Staff, what was the GOC MNJ they doing?
This story, no, I understand, but this entire story, we will give out all details of this story when our show is telecast this weekend, because I'm running short of time. Times Now is going back 31 years in the Samba Spice Camp case. Captain Rana was also accused then of being a Pakistani spy, wants to speak out tonight. Yes, Captain Rana, very quickly.
Yes, what I say, in Major Ajwani's case, they had brought me to Devlali, and this prosecutor, Brigadier Shastri, he had come to me in the room and he asked me that, what are you going to say? I said, I'll speak the truth. He said, what is the truth? I said, because this entire case is a fraud. It has been created by Brigadier Garewal, Major Jolly and company. these gang of five so-called officers, and I am going to speak the truth that Major Ajwani is innocent, and so are the other people. So he says then producing you in his court will be suicidal. So I am not going to produce you. So that is one part. And secondly, number of times I have been asking, even through the illustrative.
Well, Captain Rana,
five
the question
questions.
is tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, the full facts of the story.
Yeah.
This Times Now investigation will be put out later on the show tonight. Abhishek Manu Singhvi handled the case many years back, and we're not commenting fully on the merits of the case. But the question goes out tonight: was India's biggest so-called spy scam one big lie? That investigation is coming up this weekend. To my guests tonight, we hope you get the justice you have been fighting for.
Thank you so much.
Thank
But it has been a gigantic fraud and a national betrayal. I would like to say this, whatever on the facts itself, post-mortem report of Havaldar Ramswarup has been totally suppressed. It has never been produced. IV reports which have been spoken in our favors have not been produced despite repeated orders of the Delhi High Court, and the two reviews ordered by the Honorable Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi again have been suppressed. We want these reports to come out.
Absolutely. Well, Captain, I hope that happens, and I hope you get back the honor
Thank
which
you
you've
so
been
much.
fighting for, whatever the facts of the case are. Thank you very much to all my guests. Captain Rana and Abhishek Manu Singhvi, thank you very much for coming in as well. Hidden Truth is premiering at that time on your screen tomorrow at 10:30 p.m. and on Saturday and Sunday. Please do follow that story. It's a detailed investigation into India's biggest so-called spy scam. For now, thank you for joining me on the